Hey, I hate daylight savings. What's up, is a culture detective here investigating your favorite albums. And today I'm going to be doing an album review on the new mixtape that is Quadeca, Scrapyard. So, rapper who is also a YouTuber but recently started to make a lot of music and coming out as a musical artist, Quadeca is back with a new mixtape, Scrapyard. And Quadeca is actually an incredibly interesting case of YouTube musician because whenever people talk about, oh, he's a YouTube rapper, people often think, oh, so you're saying he's garbage because most YouTube rappers don't rap very well because they just don't have a lot of care for production and lyrics are usually cringy. They usually don't care for artistry and they usually only care about attention and fame. So oftentimes the term YouTube rapper is negative. However, Quadeca has broken that mold last year with the release of I Don't Mean to Haunt You, or I think it was a couple of years ago, the album I Didn't Mean to Haunt You, and it is one of the most insane left turns in recent musical memory because he has just upgraded himself from just a fun guy who makes poppy rap music to something that is really personal, lo-fi, emo, experimental rap that traverses art pop and trap rap. So obviously Quadeca has suddenly became one of the most exciting up and coming artists of our time, which is really interesting. So furthermore, last year he released several EPs. He released 5 EPs, Scrapyard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And together they turn into a mixtape called Scrapyard. And so we have a mixtape here, which has about 15 tracks. And it easily could have been a studio album, but it has remained a mixtape. And boy oh boy, is this a damn good mixtape. So the mixtape opener, Dust Cutter, is just a fantastic opener. It is very emotionally potent with lo-fi compressed vocals, stringy tones, trap beats, breathy performances that are very anxiety inducing, but then it's juxtaposed with absolutely beautiful guitars and these lyrics that are existential and helpless. It's just one of those album or mixtape openers that really leave a strong statement. It's just one of those openers that just make you go, damn, what an opening statement. Following that, we have A La Carte, which is one of my personal favorites on the entire album. We have Or Mixtape. It is an emo pop track with crispy, Flying Lotus-esque bass lines, hand claps, walls of keyboards. The whole thing comes off really sloppy and really messy, but that somehow became a charming point of the mixtape. I think the sloppiness and messiness makes it feel unpredictable. Kind of the reason why I really enjoyed JPEG Mafia's music. Same here, actually. Same applies, and it's just so damn good. Then we have tracks Pretty Privilege and Easier. Both tracks are also pretty good, the former of which continues with the buzzy beats with emo, warm guitars. For some reason, the chords on this track feels very Midwest emo to me. And then we have Easier with muffled lo-fi vocals on some simple guitars. It sounds like some random recording on your old iPod that still somehow has battery or something. It's not a bad track. I wouldn't say it's that great or anything, however. My hair is truly a mess. Then we have Even If I Tried, where it starts off pretty straightforward with 808s and compressed vocals, but then we are hit with the second half with the weird reverse tones, and it's super hypnotic. I feel like I'm falling through a black hole in the second half of this track. What's It to Him is a bit one note. It's a pop track with a rockier edge and some clapping percussion. Not really huge on this, but then that is followed with You Don't Know Me Like That, which starts off as a ballad, but then the second half of the track builds up to something lush and dense, and we have these very Sunbird keyboards and pitched vocals. It's honestly not bad at all. Then we have the track I Make It Look Effortless, which is kind of a 1 minute interlude-ish track. For me, it's a little bit too random. sticks out from the rest of the track list a little bit. Way Too Many Friends is a track where lyrically he sings and raps about friendships and boundaries. It is essentially a boom bap ballad because we have a boom bap beat and some pianos as a ballad, but we are smashed with cowbells and like 9 freaking layers of pianos crashing against each other. It's incredibly chaotic, but all in a flavorful and tasteful way. The track Guess Who is a bleepy bloopy banger. The beat sounds like a police siren, but on fentanyl, and it has some of the most eccentric performance from Quadeca I've heard on the entire mixtape, which is amazing. And then we have Under My Skin, which is another one of my personal faves on the entire mixtape, because this is a moody emo pop with stargazy guitars, reverby keyboards, instrumentation that is so grand and so big and thick and bold. It's fucking intergalactic. It's honestly amazing. Then we have Being Yourself, which is obviously a track where he repeats the refrains, I wish you could be yourself, I wish you could be yourself, I wish you could be yourself. And this thing slowly turns into glitchy white noise emptiness, like a barren wasteland. And it's just like an emotional moment, really. But it gets even more emotional on the next track, You Tried That Thing Where You're Human, which starts off literally as a Phil Elverum impression. It literally sounds like The Glow Part 2 by the Microphones. But then the second half of the track introduces some robotic percussion and production that sounds kind of interesting. At the very, very end of the track, it sort of builds up to this insane flute and keyboard portrait. It's just bursting with colors. Guide Dog, the second to last track on the album, we have an intimate guitar ballad with sweet, dreamy chords and lyrics about self-worth and wanting to be someone's guide dog. Again, it's not only is it intimate and emotional, but also there's just something about these guitar chords that just elevates it so much and make it so memorable. And such a strong impression. You can tell Quadeca sounds legitimately emotionally in distress while singing this track. And then the mixtape just ends off beautifully with Texas Blue, which features none other than Kevin Abstract of Brockhampton. And together they form a gorgeous duet with nostalgic sunset-ish chord progressions, and honestly, it is a fantastic ending to the album. And yeah, overall, this is amazing. This mixtape is freaking awesome. There are certainly some flaws here and there. There are moments that feel a little repetitive, but honestly, if this thing is a studio album and if some unnecessary tracks are like trimmed off a little bit, this would have been absolutely insane. So I'm really happy with this album. I'm really satisfied with it. I'm honestly feeling a strong 8 on this thing. So have you listened to the new Quadeca mixtape Scrapyard? Comments below, let me know. Subscribe if you want more. And thanks for watching.